good evening, people all over the world. I want us to listen to a broadcast from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. I want us to listen to his broadcast about River State. Please like, share, and subscribe to this video. Subscribe to this video and click the notification bell so that anytime I upload any video, you will be the first to receive. Thank you.
And they saw the videos. Instead of to ask the man, how come parts of River State was on lockdown? He said, I said, we are not part of them. IPOB cannot come here and tell us what to do. But I did. And they listened to me. They didn't listen to you. They didn't listen to you. Did they? You want me to send you the pictures and the videos? Please, people should send it on Twitter and tag him so you can see it. Pictures and videos of you water, especially that idiot that went to a bank asking for the bank to open. And the bank said the book cannot open. There is an order, a sit at home. Send that video to Weekend to Channels TV. You know what I'm going there. Not you think if you appear so many times on Channels TV to impress your lover, somehow they will believe you? Is that what you think? During referendum, you are talking like a drunken fool. During referendum, you only have one vote. Me, nnamdi Kanu, only one single vote. Do you want Biafra to be free or do you want to remain in Nigeria? Simple. That day you cast your vote. Only one vote you will cast. You little demon. Idiots like you. After maybe 2 years, you come down there. Then it goes in here, if we don't get you before then. I say it out in the open. I don't hide it. You went, that as I've been saying, I want to go to Hague. I want to be tried in a law court anywhere in the world where all the facts about the zoo, all the nonsense you fools have been doing will be brought to public knowledge. That day, the whole world will know what you've been up to. Mad people. You remember there was a time even African referees were not allowed to referee any match because they are corrupt. As black people for you. I don't want to spend time educating Channels TV and the wannabe Hitler Wike on how Rivers was created, but I'll just touch upon it very briefly. Wike, I want you to understand that River State, go to Wikipedia. After River State, you will see a bracket. Inside it is Igbo, IGB, for information. Maybe tomorrow you pay them to change it. You were created in 1967. 27th of May, 1967, you were created. Remember what I told you people about Children's Day, 27th of May. Some of you don't know these things, but I will teach you. Children's Day that you are celebrating coincides with the day that River State was created. That was the day that the Eastern Consultative Assembly gave Ojukwu the mandate to declare Biafra. That same day, the British intelligence got wind of it through BBC correspondent in Enugu. And Britain called Gowon and told Gowon what was happening and gave Gowon this advice. That they themselves, being the British, the best way they have used over the centuries to conquer people is by dividing them. Divide them first, then you go and conquer them. Divide and rule. And go on that same 27 children, as I told you, the reason why they call it Children's Day. People don't know how important 27th of May is. It was on that same day, as they were deliberating, that River State was created. That same day. Are you following? People didn't actually go to school, writing rubbish and talking nonsense about the Constitution and all that rubbish. I look at them and I laugh because they are not educated. They didn't go to school. I went to Government College Umuahia, University of Nigeria and Sugar. Of course, SBS, Iwacha, School of Basic Studies in Port Harcourt. I went to London Metropolitan. University. We are well read. We are well read. We know what we're talking about. On that 27th of May, as British intelligence MI5 got wind of the fact that the Eastern Consultative Assembly had granted Ojukwu the right to proclaim Biafra on the 27th, they told Gowon to divide Biafra. That same day, and River State was created. Are you listening? Because you don't know history. You're a fool. You know. This Rivers, I'm a Rivers man. How old are you? You're just like those shouting one Nigeria every blessed day. Idiotic, moronic set of people. A man is 80-something years old, older than Nigeria by over 20-something years. And I'm asking you, before you became a Nigerian, who are you? They cannot answer. That is one thing I hold against Nigerians. And I will keep on holding until their shame will sink into them. Wike, I'm asking you. How old were you in 1967? Wike, I'm asking you. That was when your Rivers was created. And you proceeded to start stealing properties belonging to your brothers. Because you don't want the land to kill you. That's why you said you are no longer Igbo, idiot like you. If some of you have been following the news lately, you will see that they said it has passed the second reading or third reading, the restructuring bill. In that restructuring bill, they are now proposing to create a new state called Anioma State with the capital in Ahaba, which some of you call Asaba, of course, because you're ignorant, you're all products of colonial rule anyway. And they plan to add it into Southeast. Ahaba, Delta State, Anioma, but not River State, because Fulani is very lazy. They need to do to the rest of you what they did to Okoni people. Then your eyes will open. By the time they'll be dealing with you, you'll be shouting and nobody will listen to you. Allow me to keep misleading all of you, like the idiots that some of you are. We used to have the same problem everywhere around the Biafra land until we said no, enough is enough. We can go on, created you, Rivers, 27th of May 1967, the same day that the lives of Frank Obigo from Okrika, for your information, and a German was in Enugu advising Ojukwu. That same period, that same day, that same 27th, Ojukwu said, what shall we call this our new nation? After they had passed the resolution. And a German, I'm saying this because I'm a nation, other rubbish. I want you to listen to me very carefully. And a German rose up, Chief Frank Obigo, and said, the name of our new nation shall be Biafra. And Ojukwu asked him, why Biafra? Because Ojukwu himself, even a historian, an Oxford-trained historian, did not know. Frank Obigo whispered to him, not in here, I will tell you later what Biafra means. Do you know how God works? Ojukwu did not people, he did not argue. If Ojukwu wanted to dominate other people, if Igbos had wanted to dominate other people, he would have just said, this new nation shall be called Igbo nation, isn't it? But you see, these people, I don't know. They said that the zoo army is in Abao, they're looking for trouble. When they get to them, they start complaining. Nigerian army is now in Abao, perambulating and patrolling, looking for who to kill. When the angels find them now and send them to God for judgment, you start writing rubbish. Now they're patrolling inside there, but you cannot ask them to go back to the barracks and sit down. Because something is happening. As I was saying before, those zoo vermins interrupted my train of thought. That same 27th of May, 1967, that day is very, very critical, I'm telling you. As Frank Obigo and a John was telling Ojukwu, later on I will tell you why I recommended that the name should be Biafra. And the Holy Spirit was upon Ojukwu. God was, angels from heaven were listening to him, telling him, listen to Frank Opigo. And as soon as Chief Opigo finished, Ojukwu said, the name shall be Biafra. If Ojukwu had domineering tendencies, if the Igbos wanted to lord it over every other person to conquer them, I think Ojukwu should have insisted on the place answering Igbo nation, isn't it? That's pure common sense, as the Fulanis are doing to the Hausa people up north. Isn't it? Of course, Ahaba is the name. Asaba is Ahaba. The name is Ahaba. Go there. If you go to Asaba tomorrow morning, you see the name there, Ahaba. Go and ask the traditional ruler. The Asaba of Asaba. Go and ask him, what is your name? He tells you, if you go to his palace, you wrote Ahaba. That's the name. Like Ahabi Meni. Who doesn't know that? Is it all this nonsense, these corrupt, useless Yoruba journalists are writing every day that you're reading? That's why people who are born in Lagos, sometimes, to be honest with you, I don't quite see them as normal people, to be honest with you. I'm being honest though. You know, all these people that grew up in Lagos and Kanu, all these places, they know nothing in their brain. They're the ones that will insist. The name is Asaba. It's Ahaba. Go there to Ahaba, you will see it. Like as you have Ahabi Meni. Common sense, they don't have, they claim they're educated. I went to school. I have PhD. Do you know who I am? Whereas your brain is empty. You know nothing, absolutely nothing. Ojukwu adopted the name Biafra. So Ojukwu was giving us the name Biafra, christening us Biafra. According to the advice of Chief Frank Opigo, one idiot or somewhere called Go On is saying, I'm going to divide you. I'm going to create Cross River, and I'm going to create Okoja State, and I'm also going to create River State. True or false? I throw like you. What do you know? You go on channels and you're talking like somebody that fell from a that fell from palm tree. I throw like you claim you're a lawyer, you know nothing. Absolutely nothing. Your brain is empty. Absolutely empty. That is why a fellow man like that will useless your backside because you're an idiot. You're a complete fool. You know nothing. I feel sorry for those you are deceiving. Poor students. You raise in the zoo, you go to NYAC, your brain is empty, you know nothing. Absolutely nothing. You don't know your history. You don't even know the history of your own village. We should start by asking, what is the history of my village? I know where we come from. My village. I kept asking my father before he passed. I kept asking him, tell me the history of this Faruku, and he told me. The soldiers are molesting people. Katana Lang, where you're having your holiday, I hope you're listening. Channels TV, Yoruba journalists, I hope you're listening. That soldiers, Nigerian soldiers are in Aban right now molesting people. I hope you can hear it. When there is equal response now, you start writing your junk. That's why I said that a black man should not be a journalist. We lack conscience. Black people do not have conscience. That is why you give chieftaincy titles to people who are doing 419. People like Hope Ozadema can come and become a governor of a state. In the olden days, people like him will be exiled or sold into slavery because he's a thief. 419 for now. River State was created. And in fact, I want to direct now, you claim you're a lawyer and also Channels TV. Somebody should also email Channels TV as many people as possible the Willing Commission report of 1958. Because I don't know, is there anything wrong with your brain cells? You people, you animals in the zoo animals calling themselves Nigerians. Is there anything, are you sure your brain is not made of sawdust? Is there something in your brain that is stopping you from reasoning? I want somebody to send this very report, the Willing Commission report, to every idiot that calls him or herself a Niger Deltan. Send it to them. Send it to them because the idiocy is becoming too much. This foolishness can no longer be tolerated. Send it to them. Ikwere, Eche, Ekbeye, Opobo, Ibani, which is born today, Orata, you know where it's also in Ikwere land. They say they are not, we are from Bini, near the Oba of Palace, near his palace. Chai, who did this thing to you people? Who did, you know, I can understand, I know that black people by nature are very stupid. But it seems to me there are layers of stupidity. All these Niger Delta South people, it seems your own stupidity isn't comparable. I'm telling you. God forbid. Oh, no wonder the Sultan can come to Bayelsa and own over 30 oil wells. Now you understand it, don't you? No wonder. No wonder Danjuma owns 15 oil wells. No wonder your land can be polluted and you can't do nothing about it. Absolutely nothing. What can you do? Nothing. You lament, you cry, and nobody listens. And they float NDDC. And their budget is maybe $1 million, and all of you are scrambling for $1 million. Whereas the Sultan of Sokoto preaching unity and one Nigeria is because of his oil wells in Bayelsa. And you're telling me you went to school. You're telling me you can reason. You are telling me you can think properly. Do you understand it? Do you understand it? Which they call Orata, Oba, Ndoke are all indigenous Igbo extraction in River State. It is called Rivers Igbo. I want you to go to Wikipedia now and type in River State on Wikipedia. You will see it. River State, the first bracket you see is Igbo, IGBO. People may wonder why am I preaching this all the time? Because I grew up in the village. And in the village, you learn a lot of things. Not like in the township, where you learn nothing. You live in a yard. I grew up in the village. And there is a saying where we come from. You can only show me my relative. You cannot show me my friend because I make my friends myself. You can't bring somebody and say, oh, come, this is your friend. No. If at all any of you have had the privilege of staying in a village, in a Biafran, typical Igbo village, Biafran village, for up to a week, let's say during festive season, what happens usually? If you can remember, if one them listen, okay, listen. When you are in the village, during any festive season, how many times have you heard your mom or your father say, oh, come, they will call your name and say, come and see your uncle, come and see your aunt, come and see your cousin. How many times? Because they are all your relatives. That's the only people they can show to you. Nobody can show you your friend because your friends you make yourself. Now you understand me? Going back to Wike and the Ikwere people, or some not Ikwere player, I don't want to generalize. After all, it was an Ikwere chief that was coming to see me when I was in prison. The delegation of people coming to see me when I was in prison, if you go to the archives of the people coming to court, anytime I have a case, they will chatter Luxurious Plus from Iguacha all the way to Abuja. It's an Ikwere chief. Have you all forgotten? You have all forgotten, haven't you? So Mika cannot make me to generalize. I'm not stupid. Who were the people that observed the sit at home, the lockdown yesterday in Rivers? I don't know to Ikwere people. Yes, and I'm asking you a simple question. So I'm not going to generalize. I'm not going to generalize. Now listen to me. Before independence of the zoo, basically before the 27th of May 1967, there was no identity crisis in Rivers, none whatsoever. None. I have said this thing to people many times. They don't want to listen. When I was arguing about the origin of the Igbo race, some people said they're anthropologists, they're historians, or other rubbish. They were talking pure people. And I tried to prove to them that the Igbo race is comprised or made up of three distinct people. Three distinct, I said different people make up the Igbo race. They were talking nonsense. I said to them that the best place, because our ancestors were very clever, how you know where you come from is by the names you give your children or the names you give your towns and your villages. And they said, how did I come to that realization? I said to them, do you know that the last phase that came, the house of Ephraim and Manasseh, that came from the Harish region of Israel, the last migration that came, those that passed through Ethiopia, that went through Rwanda and all the rest of it, through Cameroon before coming down to settle, crossing the Mambala River and settling at Umweri and Aguleri. Do you know who they are? Of course, people do not know. They were the ones that gave the name. They were the people that realized that the oldest people on that land are the Igbo people. When they came to a place called Agolo, they said that this is the road that leads to the settlement of Igbo people. They named it Agolo Ozo Igbo, which means Agolo, where you pass before you go to the settlement of Igbo people. Agolo Agolo Ozo Igbo. Ozo means the road that leads to. The same way you have Akole and Ozo Akole. Also, Akoli means this is the road you use to go to Akoli. I don't know if people are paying attention. Heaven. They are the ones that say this is Agolo Zibo. This is Agolo. This Agolo settlement is the road you use to go to where Igbos are. Agolo Esiaga Ebendi Igbo, Agolo Ozo Igbo. I hope that makes sense to most of you. Now you understand. All of you fools claiming South. So, do you know that Aguleri people and Umweri can say they're not Igbo? Do you know that? Do you know that Uweri people and Arotu can say they're not Igbo? Do you know that some parts of Umbise or Hoho and the Begu can say they're not Igbo? Are you aware of that? Because the original people who were there can be found in a place called, we know our names are very brilliant, Ibuku. Hope you understand it very clearly now. You are following what I'm saying. I go back to the Willing Commission. The reason why we keep having this debate all the time is because our people are not educated. I'm sorry to say this, but our people are not well educated. That is the problem. If you can take out only 5 minutes, anybody calling themselves Niger Delta, I'm not Igbo, I'm Anioma, I'm not Igbo. If you can take out only 5 minutes to read the Willing Commission report, white people wrote it, not blacks, then you will understand your stupidity. It will be staring you in the face. This is from Wike. According to a Willing report, white man in 1958, way before, almost 10 years before Go On created or gave you your new identity. More than report verbatim, white man's report, Willing, because they complained. Everywhere you go, your man is there, in culture, everywhere. We want minority, we want to recognize. They call themselves minority. Is that correct? When Britain was tuning them. Because Britain wanted unrestricted access to our oil and gas. And the only way to achieve it is to tell people, you see, you are distinct, you're different. Ever since they started telling people that they're different, have they succeeded? The answer is no. They come to Ijo, hey, Ijo nation, Ijo, you're different, oh. Have you succeeded in getting your resource control? The answer is no. They come to the upper land of Igbo, which is from across Imo River, not managed as a place called Obibo. They tell you, oh, they hate you. This South, they hate you. Look for one Igbo nation only. No, don't mind them. And some intellectuals and the Fulefus will buy into it. They want to divide you to weaken you. You have forgotten that Ahoda people are Igbo people. Boni people are Igbo people. I want to challenge all of you now. You know, during the burning of the house of that straight or that Sabotua, called, do you know who was, go on appointed Dieter Spiff, the one that just chased away from his palace now, as the governor of River State. Are you aware of that? No, you don't know, but I'm telling you now. That man they pursued a few days ago from his palace. He's called Alfred Dieter Spiff, if I'm not mistaken. He was the saboteur that Gowon used to administer River State, to spite Ojukwu, understand? So they created natural saboteurs. You see this man you call, what's his name, Edwin Clark? Do you know why I hate him? He's a father, he's an elderly man. I should be respecting him. Is that not correct? According to our culture. Do you know why I hate him with a passion? He was a saboteur. They made him Minister of Information. That's how they roll. And their British masters, they gave them political positions. They now went back to go and convince their own people that Biafra is a bad thing for them to be part of because of political appointment. Are you following me? This man was sacked from his palace a few days ago. Are you listening to me? He was sacked. Do you know why he was sacked? I can't see other way on. Go and watch that video again. All the people from Nembe, I think it's Nembe in Tom Brass. I want you to go and watch the video of the indigents of Tuan Brass in Nembe, or whatever it is, removing the very corrupt king, Alfred Dieter Spiff. They were all speaking a dialect of Igbo in a Joland. Go and watch the video again and again and again. Are you listening to me? People ask me, why are you doing this? Are you begging them to join you? Why did you reject Igbo only Biafra? I said to them, as Oriental Boras sang in their song Kabaka in those days, I am only identifying with my flesh and my own blood. The same DNA, the same heritage, the same value system. In a referendum, they will have the chance to reject me. Then if they do, I will respect it. That is their own prerogative. And forever and ever, we will make it as a law that is binding on every generation. That these are no longer your people. And I'm upon you. That's what we're trying to do. We are not forcing anybody to do anything. I am doing what the ancients did. If you see your flesh and blood, you recognize them. That's all we are doing. That is all we are doing. I will get to the case of Ogoni and the rest of them later on. But I want our people to understand this. The reason why they are goading you or forcing you to adopt a different identity is because it will be easier for them to control you once we are divided. I have preached this gospel before and I'll preach it again. The only reason why they killed Kensero was because the Igbos did not rise up to defend him. That's all. The reason why they did not kill me whilst I was in detention was because of the Avengers. Not Igbo people. Of course, IPOB was formidable. I mean, blocking Gate Bridge for 4 days. You know, who could have done that? And people ask me, why do I keep saying I will sacrifice anything for Biafra? Because they sacrificed everything for me. Gate Bridge was blocked for 4 days. Avengers came out. Mainly Ijaw youths came out to say we will blow up every Nigeria will not export any oil. Their number one demand was releasing nnamdi from detention. How can I not preach about the unity of these people? Why won't I preach it? I hope that we can learn. I'm going going to read the Willing Commission report for you. More than 98% of people who inhabit this area, it's called the Igbo Plateau of the Eastern region. You know what it's called? It's called a plateau. You know what the plateau is? Like Plateau State. It's a tableland, it's a flat land. If you cross Ngwa, once you enter Ngwa, basically, if you don't know, Udi Hills ends. You know why? Udi, some of you that did geography, Udi Hills, the range of hills where you have hills and you have valley. Like if you go to Olokoro, if you go, there are hills, there are valleys and other. It ends in Omwai. From Ngwa, it is now flat land all the way to the ocean. That was why the white man called it the Igbo Plateau. It is in the Willings report of 1958. Channels, are you listening? Wike, are you listening? I'm reading the report for you. They are all Igbo and they speak one language, though of course with certain differences of dialect. There are nearly 5 million of them and they are too many for the soil to support. They are vigorous and intelligent and have pushed outward in every direction, seeking a livelihood by trade or in service in the surrounding areas of the eastern region, in the western region, in the north and outside Nigeria. They are no more popular with their neighbors than is usual in the case of an energetic and expanding people whose neighbors have a more leisurely outlook on life. This is simple English written by a white man. Mike, are you listening? General Steve, are you listening? A white man said in 1958, these people that inhabit the plateau of rivers, I call you Iguacha, that is the proper name. You people, you are Igbo. You are intelligent. I'm not talking about Igbo people. You are very smart. You diverse. You travel out wide. You are energetic. You're hardworking. But the places you are going to, the people hate you in the north, in the west, everywhere you go to, they hate you because those people are lazy. That's what the white man said. I didn't say it. It's here now in their paper. Hi. My goodness me. They hate us because we are hardworking. That is why they brought Ahmed Gulag to Owerri and killed him, that they may demonize and kill as many of us as possible. Because we are energetic. We are blessed by God. Everybody is in this together. Everybody in the former Eastern region. This is what a white man wrote about you in 1958. Do you know what the white man said again? As I've been teaching you for a very long time, let me tell you what the white man said. Though there has been no great kingdoms or indigenous culture in the Eastern region, no great kingdom. The only reason why Britain hated us was because they could not have any one man to go to say, oh, tell them what to do. Because we had no kings. But the coastal chiefs means the Ijaw people, the coastal chiefs, those who live by the very close to the Atlantic Ocean, they grew on their trade with European merchant ships, simply slavery. That's all they were doing. So some of you that claim you're from Ijaw, you're not Biafra, you are saboteurs. It's in your nature. You've been selling your products to the white man from time. You know me, I speak the truth. And I damn the consequences. When you see somebody from a Ijaw land as a traitor, it didn't start today. They started selling us to the white man. The betrayal is in their blood. Look at Edwin Clark. Look at how Jesus speaks. But I'm not going to generalize. The man that gave us the name Biafra that most Ijaw people say they don't identify with is an Ijaw man. That is the most, that is the irony of the whole thing. I thank God for Franco Pigo. I thank God for people I cannot mention their names here because I don't want the police looking for them. From Ijaw land. I thank Tompolo. I thank all of them. They know who they are. That have this thing at heart. I'm not saying that Igbo politicians have helped any matters or no, they made it worse. And sometimes I don't blame our brothers from the coastal region. In the year 1999, I've told this story about 1 billion times over, but I'll say it again tonight. When you were still running around or carrying bags for politicians, I left England. to try to come to Biafra land to unite this great family. Then there was no IPOB. There was no agitation by anybody. This was before MASOP started. Before anybody mentioned Biafra to anybody. I was at a place called Obunabali in Iguacha, talking to the local chief, the traditional ruler there. And he said to me, my son, where are your fathers? This particular message you're bringing to me, your father should be bringing it here. A message of hope and reconciliation of our people. Because I sat him down and I lectured him about history and who we are, that we are one people. That was the day that I went to the office of Don Mite of Mosop. Ask him, he will tell you. The year was 1999. We've come a long way, haven't we? It's called consistency. I never change. Ask Mite, the leader of Mosop, what I told him in his office. I met him in his office in Niger Street in Iguacha. I never forget. That day, I was coming from the home. I don't know if it's late now, because it's a very long time. I was coming from the home of the traditional ruler of Obunabali. You know, Hotel Chester is opposite. Let Lord have mercy upon us. They don't know who we are. We have gone very far. Very, very far. I said Mosop. That was where I was recopied the name from. Mosop, Movement for the Survival of Ogoni people. That was the #1 freedom fighting movement that was instituted anywhere in the East. They are #1. Mosop was #1. Ogoni freedom fighters, they were #1. But was really merely copied the name because he was too lazy to do anything, so he just copied the name. Are you listening to me? The rivers pros include Brass and Degema. Brass and Degema were overwhelmingly a jaw. I told about one Brass a while ago where Dieter Spieth came from, where he was sacked a few days ago. They were speaking Igbo dialect. And then there was the Ogoni division. It is all here. In that very place, that time, out of a population in Rivers province of 747,000 people in the so-called River State, 305,000 were Igbo people, 240,000 were Ijo people, 156 were Ogoni people. The only 3 people mentioned, distinct groups mentioned in River State were Igbo, the owners of rivers, Igbo, Ijo, and Ogoni. Every other subgroup, you must find yourself under either you are Ogoni, you are Ijo, or you are Igbo. And the highest population of Igbo people in River State, the highest population of people in ethnic group in River State, Igbo people, in 1958. Dear me, dear me, dear me, dear me. My goodness. I don't need time to continue up to stop because sometimes I don't know if our people are actually absorbing what we are telling them. I don't know. Let me tell you what happened. According to the white man said, in the whole of the non-Igbo areas, the Ijo and the Ogoni areas, there were some fear that they are being overrun by the Igbo. The Igbo includes Igbo people, mind you, in their own land. There was fear of being overrun commercially and politically by the Igbos. If Ahoda and Port Harcourt, which is Iguacha, which are really Igbo, a white man, are you listening to me? I've forgotten all the, I've forgotten, I have other things to preach, but I want to educate this fool and Channels TV. You're a journalist, I want to educate you. Because some of you are very daft, you know nothing. I'm reading what a white man investigated and reported upon in 1958. What did this white man say? The white man said, in non-Igbo areas, which is Ijo and Ogoni, they are afraid that Igbo man will overrun them commercially and politically. This Igbo man includes Igbo man, which is Wike's lineage. Wike's people. They said, if Ahoda and Port Harcourt, which are really Igbo, a white man said, Igbo is Igbo. people that colonized you. The people that colonized you said, Igbocha is Igbo. It is here. Willing commission that you cried to. You were the people that petitioned him and said, we are minority. We are dying. Come and save us. The white man came and said and told you that Ahoda and the Igbocha Port Harcourt are Igbo. It was considered the solid center of Igbo population. The fear and grievances of minorities. Why this commission was set up. After today, I will not read this very subject again. Please make sure our media team, make sure you cut out this very thing. Anybody who talks nonsense about Nigeria themselves, please cut this very clip and give it to that very individual, so they can receive some sense. I am asking them, I am giving them references. I'm not asking them to just sit in one place and accept what I'm saying. No, I'm asking them to go and do research on what I have said. On what I have said. The allegation was put forward by the counsel to the petitioners that the judiciary was predominantly Igbo, with the implication that this caused fear among those who are not Igbos. But it was clearly stated in the evidence by Dr. Udoma, the leader of NIP, that no occasion could be accused of the judiciary acting with partiality. So the white people concluded that the fears of the so-called minorities were unfounded, because this man, Dr. Udoma, came and said to them, show us an instance of impartiality by the judges. And they couldn't show anything. They couldn't. That tells you all you need to know. Some of you know the reason why most people from core areas, this is Cross River, Rivers, and the Goja region in those days were mainly, police officers. It was as a result of this willing commission. He was the one that recommended that, okay, if you're afraid that you're going to be overrun, okay, give them priority in the police service. That's why most of them were in the police. That is a historical fact. It is here. Anyway, when Wike is done, I don't want to educate that fool anymore. Maybe tomorrow channels will interview him again. He'll start talking his usual rubbish as the fool that he is. That is why somebody will go to Ahaba and ban Biafran flag. The same person banning Biafran flag were part of the people that came to the same Ahaba and massacred people in broad daylight. When I look at the irony of the whole thing, it baffles me. When I see people from Ogoni say they want to be part of one Nigeria, I'm shocked. I'm shocked. Honestly, I'm horrified. You become one Nigeria that killed cancer. That is why I say that sometimes people are very, very sick in the brain, honestly speaking. The same people today claiming the police, we are banning Biafran flags in Delta State. What they are doing, they have been forcing us all this while, trying to frustrate us, so that IPAB can say, okay, give us only 5 states down south states, let's go. That's what they want. And any day we say they'll give it to us. That is what they want, but we are saying no. Because that wasn't what Elohim told us. God said, these are my children. From Ikodomigodo all the way to Bakassi, they are my children. They must be under one house. Different ethnicities, but under one umbrella. Later on, they can go their separate ways, I don't care. But insofar as this fight is concerned, so that when Fulani will be slaughtering you in time to come, we'll simply tell you, we told you so. As I'm telling all of you, I told you so. When I told about people in America, why do you think that they now love us so much in World Igbo Congress? Because I told them in no uncertain terms that these people, they are coming. Yes, they are coming. They said, oh, how do you know? I said, I know, but they are coming. Have they not come today? Are people not running from here, from Obakala, from everywhere they go? Yesterday night, saying they have come. I told you they will come. I told you. In the year 2015, I told you they are going. It doesn't matter what you do, they are coming to the Jolan from you. The same people that stood us up and shot us to pieces in Asaba is telling us, you are what we call you. You are now Delta. But in the north, they call themselves Arewa. In the core north, I don't mean Middle Belt. The Arewa. No one has actually said to them, okay, from today your name is Sahel. Since you're from the Sahel region, your name is Sahel. You're all Sahelians. But they can come to my land and say, you are a Delta, you're a Riverian, you're a Cross Riverian. God have mercy. But you cannot ask them now to drop the name Arewa, and they will listen to you, they'll tell you no, they won't drop it. Let us call them the Sahelians. We say that from the Sahel. The death is not in Ebonyi State, is in Ebonyi people that were wrongly cast into Benue State. That is where the problem is coming from, please. And we are going to do, ESN is going there, we're going to deal with it. In the next few days, you start hearing stories. We're going to deal with it. A little boy wrote to me, and I've read what he said to me, and we're going to respond. In the next few days, men will be on the ground to defend those places. Don't worry about that. We know what we're doing. And I don't want to talk about Wike again, it's irrelevant. Yeah, let him go and change his pampers and go and meet Dambuwa. It's Dambuwa that will deal with him. He can say whatever rubbish he likes on Channel TV. My only happiness is that when he goes inside the bedroom, Dambuwa will deal with him. That's my only happiness. That's my only happiness. The killing of Igbo people in Benue State must stop. Governor Otom, a man that I like very much and I respect immensely, the killing in Benue State of Igbo people must stop. And the killing of fact of everybody in Benue State must stop, not just Igbo people. Everybody, the killing must stop. And if help is needed, that help will be provided. Yes, after talking all your rubbish, my happiness is that in the night you'll be crying because Tambuwa will be on your back and be dealing with you. Idiot to the guy. Fool. The killing of people in Benue must stop. And when people are asking ESN to intervene, you must understand that we are fighting many battles at the same time. Exactly what happened during the war. We are fighting Miyetiala, the frontline Fulani terrorist group we have. Imagine what we have to negotiate before we come into your village in Benue. We have to fight Miyetiala. We have to fight the Nigeria police. We have to fight the Nigeria army. We have to fight, I hope going forward, we'll say we have to fight the governors. So let me leave them out for now. We have to fight all the saboteurs, the finger pointers. We have to fight the intellectuals. And we need to overcome Yoruba Gotham media. These are the battles we face every blessed day. Tell me a group of people that will face such formidable adversaries and they will survive. But we are here. We are here. So these are the issues that we have to confront, but we are going to Benue and we're going to help them. ESN will be in Benue State and we are going to help Benue people. And we are not coming to take over your land. We are coming to help you. There is nothing. I am a child of heaven. I am Hebraic in my disposition. What it means is that I cannot take any land that doesn't belong to me. Do you understand? That is why in our culture, when you commit an offense where somebody, as a child, you are trained that some capital crimes is a crime against the land, not crime against humanity. You understand? That is why when you want to offer prayers, you take off your shoes and you stand on the land. You pour kai libation, hot drink on the ground itself. That is why if you commit a capital crime, the land which you stand upon, because on that land you're going to build a house, on that land you're going to cultivate, on that land you're going to be buried. This is how the ancients structured our society. So even if nobody is watching you when you want to commit a crime, the land you're standing on is watching you. I can't wait for Biafra to come so we can go back to the way of our ancestors. The old ways, the ways of the ancient. That is why in our land, we abhor things like selling of children. It's an abomination before God and before man. And anywhere you know people from today who are selling children, please let us know. Anywhere you know people, any doctor, any midwife, any hospital, any maternity home involved in the selling of children, please, you notify us so we can go and deal with them. So also is kidnapping. God is against it. Our land is against it. We don't want it. That is why I want to commend the Nnewi Vigilante group for busting a racket. There's a racket going on somewhere around Ubo. People selling small children. And do you know one thing? Surprise, surprise, the police are involved in the selling of children in our land. People don't understand the level of atrocities going on in our land every blessed day and the work we are doing to try to stop them. I commend the Nnewi Vigilante group for doing a very stellar work. And I have also instructed ESN. We have no business with legitimate vigilante groups like the ones we have in Nnewi and in Onitsha. It's only when they try to interfere with our work that they will get into trouble. So we must commend them. And that we now have the name of the maternity. We have the police officers who are involved. And very soon we're going to pay them a visit. Maybe you read about it in the piece of newspapers as well. And another thing that is very worrying is this. There is news making the rounds that we have caught those that killed Ahmed Gulak and we shot them. That's what they said, without going to trial. Now, people have been approaching us begging for peace, for truce, and all the rest of it. Let's try and give peace a chance, which is normal. After the very successful lockdown yesterday, let's give peace a chance. I want the Nigerian police, where I'm warning them in Imo State. Imo State Police Command. I want you to identify all the officers that killed people and tag them the murderers of Ahmed Gulak. You must give us the evidence that you have. Because all this, your plan is not going to work. Katrina Lang, Tinubu, Monguno, El Rufai, all these stupid, idiotic village plan people made to come and kill a man who is of no consequence to us. A man, we didn't even know who this man was before Sunday. Who is he? A wretched church rat. Who is he to us? And we would want to kill him. And I want to warn Yoruba media tonight. From 1967, you people have been part and parcel of the problem of Nigeria. After Nigerian politicians, the next group are Yoruba media, Yoruba journalists. You don't want to leave evil alone for evil to leave you. You people have gone back to the same rubbish you were doing before. There is no repentance in you because of money. There is no repentance in you people. No repentance whatsoever. You'll be writing your junk how Ahmed Gulak was killed, and because of that, an innocent man has been murdered in Mina, somewhere. There is something in this life called common sense. And when I insult black people for being stupid or being the closest relatives to a chimpanzee, this is exactly the same. This is the reason why I say the things that I say against black people and the way we reason. Black people are very, very foolish. I don't care if children are listening. We black people are very foolish. Now let me ask Yoruba journalists one simple question. I don't want to, because Fulani is uneducatable. You can't educate them, they're foolish. I I want to ask Yoruba people, these sophisticated morons that claim they went to school, a very simple question. A man of national importance came to Imo State at the instance of the state governor, or say the Senate sent him to Imo State, in a place where there is supposedly insecurity. Is that correct? I want Yoruba journalists to listen to me very carefully tonight, because you people are evil. I don't know if you derive, you people are saddists. I don't know if you derive any joy by twisting the truth. I don't know what you people gain by lying. I don't know. I want to ask you a simple question. If the Senate, as they claim, sent this man to go and conduct constitutional review, of course, we know he went there to ask Hope Uzodinma for money. He went to Imo State so that Hope can settle him. He was the one that made Hope governor. We know that very well. But let's leave that one. Let us take the official government line of Nigeria. That Gulag was in Imo State to do Senate work, open consultation. Man is an APC man, but the Senate is not claiming he went to work for them. Let us accept. Where was his security on his way to the airport? According to the police, this is why I said that black people do not reason. According to the police said he never told anybody where he was going to. He never asked for any escort, which means that the man knew that his life was in danger from you people, from the army and from the police, or from those that control you. Does that make any sense at all? Let me finish what I'm saying before I go to this killing of people, 8 people in Omaya. I'll talk about it. If you don't want to organize yourselves and fight back, keep on. If you see the army, keep going to them. These are terrorists in uniform, both army and police. I have warned you, you don't want to listen. Go to them now. Your intellectual brother in Lagos or in Abuja is our security services. And I asked them, where are the Boko Haram that was recruited into the police and into the army? Where are they? I don't know there was no more killing people. Don't organize yourselves and fight back. Just be there and everything you want us to do for you, everything we have to do for you. No, we are not. Every able-bodied young man and woman, avoid army, avoid police. If you see them, you attack them. I'm saying it in the open. They are killing people in Omaya. Right now, 8 people already shot dead. 8 people killed in Omaya now. And you're telling me rubbish about killing people who know the one Nigeria. God punish all of you. Idiots everywhere. As I was saying to Yoruba, sophisticated morons, idiots that write for their columnists and all these correspondence that they have. If Gulag was on a national assignment for the Senate, why did this man not tell the army or the police to escort him to the airport? Simple question. Because he knew after meeting Hope Uzodinma that his life was in danger, because Hope, being a 419 man, had no intention to give him the money that he had promised him. Very simple. Ali Monguno used it as a perfect excuse to kill him. Yoruba newspapers, why have you failed to publish the video of Ahmed Gulag, where he was accusing Monguno of corruption, and he was praying in Arabic, saying that he is not afraid of any man. They can do anything they like to him. Did you read it? So Yoruba journalists, you people are part and parcel of the plan to eliminate and wipe away the Igbo race from the face of the earth. All of you are part of this very plan. That was the reason why, without any investigation, you rushed to conclude that it was IPOB ESN that killed him. How many people have we killed before? You people are part and parcel of this very plan, Yoruba journalists, to kill Igbo people. And you wonder why Yorubas are in Benin Republic in refugee camps. Where I come from, it is called Akansi Haibahon, the hand with which you have fed poison to other people, you will inadvertently put in your mouth, and you become poisoned. As you're busy writing junk about IPOB and ESN, Fulani al-Shabaab from Somalia are in your land, taking over your territory. By the time you wake up from your stupidity to be too late, I will ask you again, why would any day there is some form of independent inquiry into the death of Ahmed Gulak, the first question will be, why did he not seek police escort to the airport? Therein lies the answer. And I also want to teach Nigerians, these black animals called Nigerians, a very simple lesson. Please, a very simple lesson. You know, when there is murder, all of you that may watch murder series, CSI or New York or whatever it's called, all those US movies, you will see it there. If you go to a police station anywhere in the Western world, those of you listening to us from the US or from the UK, if you go to anywhere at all now, go to a police station and ask the policeman, when there is murder, who is the first suspect? If it's a man, the first suspect will be the wife. Because very rarely do people you don't know commit crime randomly. No. His was a targeted assassination. Therefore, it is those who are close to him that will know what happened to him. Any detective in the world, the first place they will start is from his phone book. Who did he have dinner with? The last people that he saw, that is where their investigation will start. In this case, it's Hopus and those in APC. And those he was. In fact, after that, the police will ask you, does he have enemies? I'm just teaching you people what the IG of police doesn't even know. The IG don't know this. Ask any policeman in the world, when you're investigating a homicide, the first suspects are people who are close to the man, starting from the wife, the children, the friends, and the political associates. Isn't it how it is done everywhere in the world? Do you know why somebody close to him killed him? Because he was fearful of his own life. That was why he sneaked out of the hotel. He did not want to let the police or the army to know. If the police and the army do not know his whereabouts, how can IPOB know? Simple question. After all these overwhelming evidence, a Yoruba journalist, what type of God made these people, will sit down and be writing nonsense. That suspects are IPOB and ESN. And I want to ask this, all these years of writing junk and supporting evil, where has it gotten the Yoruba race? Are you benefiting? Are you having fun in Nigeria? All these years of writing nonsense after nonsense, trying to incite genocide against Igbo people, what have you benefited? Yoruba journalist, I'm asking you. Tomorrow morning, you will write. ESN is a suspect, IPOB. And the man did not even tell the army. He avoided them because he knew his life was in danger at the hands of the army and the police. Don't you get it? And how come those with him in the vehicle were not killed? How come it's only him? Where is the driver of the vehicle he was riding in? Have you interrogated him? The police went to somewhere around him and killed people, and they're claiming that what's it called? We found them. Found them where? With what evidence do you have? And some people are writing rubbish on social media, and you're telling me that the Nigerian army, they deserve to live, that the Nigerian police, they deserve to live. Today, you know, 8 people killed, that they deserve to live. God punish all of you evil people. As I said from the beginning, they will kill us, we will kill them. In the end, we are going to win. That's the way it is. Do you know that after our successful lockdown yesterday, Southeast governors are now meeting? People talk about the history of insecurity in the Southeast without starting it from the beginning. They always start it from the middle. Let me ask the governors who are meeting, who brought insecurity into the Southeast and South-South? Simple question. When you hear them, we want peace. I'm asking the Southeast, I was praising them a while ago, but now I'm about to teach them a lesson. I'm asking them, who brought insecurity into the Southeast? Now let us follow this sequentially. By the time of Operation Pattern Dance 1, did IPOB kill anybody? What justification did you have to invite the army to come and do Python dance in our land, killing people? Every year. It's a massive call. Every year they come in as they're doing right now. If you know why, I'm told now they've killed 8 young people this night. You know why? Southeast governors, I want to ask you again. When I had meetings with you, August of 2017, did I bring a gun to Enugu government house? When I was doing my rallies, did I kill anybody? For idiots asking me, where are you? When I was there doing my rallies, where were you? I was doing rallies. I would want to go to a state. Umahi threatened me, if you come to my state, I will kill you there. We had to break their cordon to go and do my rally, and I left. The video is there. Umahi, who brought insecurity. I want to ask Ibaz, when you were looking at the looted goods from my sitting room in government house with the then IG of police, did I kill anybody? In what way did I offend you? We went to a meeting. I went to a meeting with the governors and I told them what I wanted. I gave them my terms and my conditions to call off Anambra elections. That's all. They failed to meet it. In fact, basically they said, go home, we'll call you back next time. Next time, they came to kill me. Who brought insecurity into our land? I'm asking them. 2015, the killing of innocent protesters. 2016, Mpo massacre. 2017, the invasion of my house. Operation Pattern Dance 2 or 3 or 4, I don't know. I lost 28 men. My mom, my dad are both dead as a result of Southeast governors, what they did. I'm asking them. So when you want to sit down to talk about insecurity, please start from the beginning. The same people meeting today to try and discuss insecurity were the ones who caused it. They caused it, not us. And we must all now live with the consequences. Those who want to destroy this country have shock coming their way, says President. Now, this is what the presidency, which is the Fulani Cabal, what they have put together. Can I also remind the governors and all these idiots in Nigeria writing rubbish every day? You can't kill people's children and you expect their brothers not to react. It's stupid. It is called vengeance. That is vengeance, of course. So you're wearing army uniform, you're killing people, and you think every army officer will be safe. As long as you're going about killing innocent people, you are putting every army person or uniform at risk. The same goes for the police. All those years, you people were not going about slaughtering people. Was there any reaction? You people are the cause. You people, you come out and SARS protest, you are there killing people. And you think that their brothers or their cousins will not avenge their death. You're joking. You are dreaming. You can write all your fanciful epistle about one Nigeria, insecurity, all that rubbish. From now till thy kingdom come, it will not make any difference to us. No difference whatsoever. If you kill somebody, you're going to die. Be rest assured. God punish all of you, mad people everywhere. They said the president have written, but of course we know this Garba Shehu and El Rufai and Femi Adesina who are writing. You stupid animals called Nigerians. A speech of this magnitude should have been made by the president in person if he's alive. But some of you cannot reason. You want to 2023 is the town of my village and all that rubbish. So Yoruba media, you're demonizing Biafrans over the death of Goodluck so that Tinubu can be president. And when they deny him presidency now, like Abiola, you ask Nigerians, come, let's go demonstrate. Parochialism, that's what it's called. Let me ask, I have some questions to ask. They said the President Muhammadu Buhari on Tuesday issued a stern warning to those who are bent on destroying the country through promoting insurrection and burning down critical national assets. A rude shock awaits them. What shock awaits me, Etiala? Fulani, I'm asking you, from the Caliphate chairman, Sultan of Sokoto, to the last idiot, Alabajiri, Janjaweed on the street, I want to ask you a simple question. Let me ask, I want to say this thing. I want to ask Nigerians a question, please. You know, God, black people, in my next life, I can't be a black person, no. I have never seen a more stupid set of people. It may be the way Europeans are treating us, our colonial masters are treating us, is what we deserve. I'm telling you the truth. Maybe we deserve it. You people, you claim you are Nigerians, you went to school. Have you ever wondered why this government, they have never ever criticized ISIS? Every day is Boko Haram this, Boko Haram that, every day. Have you ever wondered why they have never? I want you to show me one single publication after the atrocities of these Fulani vagabonds and terrorists, where the government of Nigeria condemned ISIS in West Africa province. Show me one publication. It has never occurred to you people in your infinite stupidity. It has never occurred to you. You have never asked yourself, why is it that these people burning down, destroying Plateau State, Benue State, they are now in Niger State, why can't the government condemn them? Why not? Answer that question. But they are busy talking about agitation. You want to divide. And I want to do something I asked the governors now. I want to ask the Fulani presidency of Nigeria. My dear Fulani Janjaweed, who brought insecurity into Nigeria? A simple question. Which people own the fourth most deadliest terror group in the world? Is it not your so-called headsman, Mietiala? Fulani, who started the bombing of churches in Nigeria? Is it not you people? You are now turning around with the help of the chameleonic Yoruba media to twist the narrative. The same thing I asked the Southeastern governors. Southeastern governors who brought Operation Python Dance. Before you brought it, did you hear of any violent agitation anywhere? Why people fail to ask these questions, I don't understand. You are in a country you claim is the most populous, the biggest. I'm asking you, why is it that the government do not want to condemn the terrorist activities of ISIS in West Africa? Some of you were there writing. Our general, chief of defense, what's his name again? Atahiru, that idiot. Atahiru, Ibrahim Atahiru, he did very well. He eliminated the Shekau with the help of ISIS. Oh, Nigeria army is now working with ISIS. Now the next question is, what does ISIS stand to gain from Nigerian army? All of you Yoruba journalists, you're there writing junk every blessed day. You cannot reason. You can't reason. Anyway, you're black. How can I expect you to reason in this UG? The same question I asked the governors who are meeting today. Umahi, Ugwani, Obiano, Ibazu, and that time it was Rocha, so Abogawasa. Who brought insecurity into the East? Who brought the army to start killing innocent young people? Simple question. The same question goes to Yoruba journalists tonight, those evil people, and Fulani Caliphate. Fulani, let me ask you, who brought insecurity into Nigeria? Fulani, who were the first people to bear arms openly in Nigeria as civilians? Is it not you people? Claiming you're Fulani cattle headsmen with AK-47? Please, somebody should go and get me that video I shot at Amansia very, very many years ago. I think it was only 14 or so. Go and get it and show them. You people were the first to carry AK-47. So Fulani can carry AK-47, but not Eastern Security Network. protecting the people. I want we black people to engage our brain for once. I know we are idiotic, I know we are animalistic in our disposition, but I want us to reason for once in our lives. Reason, stupid black people, reason for once. Who brought insecurity to Nigeria? The same people that brought insecurity into Nigeria are today lecturing us about insecurity. As a rock, what has been happening in the North over these years? Is there anybody left in Zamfara, in Yobe, in Borno? You abandoned all these hot spots of Fulani terrorism. You are interested in the East. You see the extended warning. Let me tell you something. Fulani, you underestimate us. You don't know that we went to school. I didn't go to school in the zoo, you know. I went to UNN, I went to Soka, and they were talking rubbish every blessed day, and I left the useless place. I went to London to study. You don't know we're educated. You have no bloody idea. Now, let me tell you something, Asorok. That thing you're looking for, you're going to get it. We are going to have another war. Another Nigeria-Biafra war is going to happen. In fact, it started already anyway. But let me tell you something that you don't understand. This war will escalate to the point whereby the world will want to see you. They want you to address the world as to what is happening. That day, that mask you're wearing, I'm talking to Yusuf Mohammed from the Nigeria Republic wearing Buhari mask. That mask you're wearing will melt on your face during the meeting. Because now the world will summon you to, you'll be summoned to attend. That your mask will melt on your face. Then this will be in trouble. You don't know there's a method to a madness. I told you. Some of you right now cannot go back to your villages. It's been taken over by bandits. You did not see the video of the young man lamenting in Zamfara. You have not done anything. A government that is working with ISIS, Islamic State, is lecturing us about insecurity in the East. You people should come. Come now. You have killed 8 no more here today. Maybe tomorrow or next, 16 of you will die. It's simple now. You write your rubbish, you call your lament, you send more soldiers, you bring them, and they will die. You bring more, and they will die. God punish all of you. You want to be clever. Like Southeast governors, they want to be clever. Insecurity. Who brought Operation Python dance? I'm asking them. Who fired the first shot? I'm asking them. Who brought the army to start killing people? I'm asking them. Now the people are saying enough is enough. You are talking insecurity everywhere. Insecurity everywhere. INEC said, it doesn't matter. We conduct election. Come and conduct and let us see. In Anambra in November, I'm laughing in Greek. In Anambra election, you think we are going to beg for, oh, stay at home, don't come out. No. There'll be no election in Anambra in November. Instead, heaven will fall. There'll be none. Watch and see. Watch and see. We'll put on video. We'll put on cinema for you. You'll be watching in November. Come and do election and let us see. Maybe Obiala should prepare to stay in office longer, or they should appoint somebody else because there's been an election in Anambra State. So you can bring another opposite into a number. People are joking. The same people bombing, killing, raping, and sacking villages are telling me about insecurity. Is it not the same Asorok that said, the same Femi Adesina writing rubbish, telling you either give your land for Ruga or your life will go? Are you not the same people? Are you not the same people? You are now trying to tell us about insecurity because people are fighting back. That's all. We're also going to talk about you bring your army and police as the advance guard. Right now, as I speak, the Fulani hit squad in Abia State is inside Obinze military barracks. Obinze, they are there. That's where they are camped.
persecution of Christians.
Every Fulani attacking every village, both in Yoruba land, they quarter them very close to a Fulani-controlled military barracks. That's what they do.
Seen a persecution.
Nigeria, our country, we need unity. That's rubbish. No wonder white people are racist towards black people and no other race. Because I have discovered what they found out a long time ago, that black people are foolish. They can't reason very well. Somebody who told you that if he loses elections, the monkeys and baboons will be soaked in blood is now telling us, allegedly, about insecurity. The idiots that lost elections and they killed youth corpers, 11 of them, Igbo people, is telling me about insecurity. The person that said an attack against Boko Haram is an attack against the North is telling me about insecurity. The people appointed as the spokespeople, chief negotiator for Boko Haram is telling you about insecurity. And you swallow all this nonsense every day. These black people. This work is a burden that Elohim has given to me. It's a burden. And that's why I'm discharging it. I will take one or two of your calls before we bring this program to a close. You know the numbers to call, of course, is on WhatsApp. I'll give you a WhatsApp number to call. Some of you know it already, and some will start calling very shortly. The WhatsApp number to call is +44. It's a UK number, 795127 870.
Thank you, wonderful people of Biafra. Please like, share, and subscribe.